What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to do seam tuning. I'm doing a lot of prints that are round. Either I can do a random start point, but then it looks like it zits everywhere. I'd rather just have a line, but I think I can get that a little bit better. Because right now it's a proud bump, and it's also on the inside a proud bump. So let's see what we can do with these round objects and tuning the seam. I mean, square objects is easy. We can hide it on the corner. We all know that, but let's see what we can do. I use S3D. I'll see if I can find to cross-reference the settings into Cura and other slicers, and I'll list those down in the description or in the end. Still working on Project 1, taking a little bit of a break, just to kind of mix it up, change it up. If you want, you can go check out Project 1. It'll be up above. That's hopefully going to get going again next week or 2 weeks. Might do casting next week. Not sure. Have to figure that out. So let's get into it. Let's get Fusion opened. I'm going to start in Fusion. You can use Tinkercad too. It doesn't matter. We're just going to make a simple round cylinder. Come on, Fusion. At least it's better than my old computer. My old computer, I can go off, make dinner, and come back, and it might be open. Now this one just takes a couple minutes. So, hope everything's going good for you guys. Life's been good on our end. The Etsy stuff is actually, some of the things I didn't think was going to sell on Etsy has been selling better than some of the things I thought would sell. That's kind of odd, but hey, that's how it goes. That's why you do it, right? Just throw it on there. Okay. Now we got Fusion open. Let's jump on in here real quick. And this will be a super simple thing. Alt F9. Come on. Hello. Alt F9. Okay, now you guys are down in the computer, and we'll do this. C for circle, top, down, circle, 25.4, enter, E for extrude, I think. I want to extrude this circle, 25 mil. So, simple, right? Okay, then we go over to tools. Where's tools? There's tools. To make, click, okay, this will jump over to S3D. Let's go here, remove. Okay, now we got this. Process 1, save as new. Seam test. You always want to do, I mean, regardless of your slicer, save it as when you're doing this. I'm doing it in PLA, so I'm using my PLA setting for the Ender 3, and I'm saving basically that's just base setting as a new setting, so that way we don't mess with our other setting. Okay, so now we're on the seam test one. Let's go to layer. I'm going to go 0 top. Go 1 bottom, just for basically a raft, and 2 outer shells. We'll print outside in. Choose start point there. We're good. And extruder. My extra restart distance and the coasted end are probably gonna be the ones we're messing with the most. And what we'll do is every 5 mil, just like you're doing a retraction test, we'll make a change, so that way we can sit there and figure out as we go what changed. So we'll set this to 0, and we'll go advanced. Start printing height at oops, no, 0. Stop printing height at 5. So then we'll just keep going through that, and then we'll go OK, add, basically this, and I don't want to restart. Coasted end, 0.2. Advance, start at 5, end at 10. Okay, add process, 2. I'm just doing 0.4 increments. You can go back, like if you find something like, hey, it worked better here, you can go back and make a change. And then try to tie a range in there, maybe go in 0.1 increments or 0.05 increments and see if you can dial it in even more. Advanced, start at 10, end at 15. Okay. Add extruder, 0.4, 0.6. Advanced, start at 15, end at 20. Okay. Add 0.8. Advanced, start at 20, end at 25. And OK. Pair print, select all, I think, and it says 34 minutes. So I'm going to get this loaded up in the printer. I'm just going to grab one of my remnant black rolls and remnant black PLA rolls, because why use a good roll when I got rolls with barely anything on it? Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. I think this will probably make it way better. Let's turn the infill off. I don't need infill. Should have done this in the beginning, huh? No. Yeah, it's still early in the morning. It's only like 7. I usually print it, do stuff like this in the evenings, but I've been working late, so. Okay. Select all. Okay. There. So now it should be hello. It is. So I'll get this loaded up, and then we'll come on back after this one's printed, and then I'll make some tweaks and see if I can finalize it and give you my thoughts. And if I find anything else, we'll stop and I'll pull you guys back in, and we'll go from there. Be back in a few. Okay. Made changes and kind of better, but not what I was going for. Let's see. Alt F9. Okay. The settings we were playing with was, hang on, this is my normal setting. Wait, now, do it up here. Don't. Seam test. Didn't change. Seam test, okay. I slowed the retraction speed down just because I realized when I changed the bond tech, I never did it for PLA settings, but we ended up with a 0.2 coasting setting, a 2 mil wipe distance, printing outside in, and then only retract when crossing open spaces, only wipe extruder for outermost perimeters, and I thought I had perform retraction during wipe movement on. So that was what it was supposed to be, because that goes back to well, this is going to be part 1. I'm going to keep chasing this because I think I can get it better. It's just me finding the right combinations of those settings. And then in the pictures I'll show you in a second, it was over extruding in one spot and under extruding in another. So there's a couple other settings. Which ones was it? I think it was in the single extrusion. Was it bridging, filament, tool change? Which one was it? There was... It might have been these here, too. I'll have to go back and look at my notes from like a year ago when I was messing with it. Because on the small features, I was having trouble with it over extruding. So, I don't know if that was the ones I was messing with. I'll have to go back and look at my notes. Because I keep a notebook of everything I changed and why I changed it and what happened. And so if for some reason my profile got totally lost, I can go and look at the current profile I'm running and actually have something written down and backed up, which is a good idea for anytime you're doing this. Because I don't want to go through all the time I spent chasing a profile. So let me dive in here. I'm going to use my phone camera because I can zoom in. Video 9:16. Go into HD. So you can mess with it. Actually, I can do this with this. So you can see as I was doing it, get the benches out of here. I was writing down what I was changing and only changing one thing at a time. So yeah, that's my daughter walking by. Let me see. Let me hit. Okay, so now you can see this is basically the seam that we started with. On the left side, it's kind of over extruding as it's ending the layer because this was all turning counterclockwise. And then the right side, it just never completely connects over when it comes together, almost like an under extrusion, but it's cutting to the inside layer. As you can see, it might be hard to see, but we'll see. There, somewhere. Done. I was taking Sharpie, even though they're black, you can still see it. So that way, each of these have numbers on it, and this is where we ended. Wow. Focus. As you can see now, it's even and the seam's more uniform. And this one is all printed the same. And I don't know why it made a layer change where it shifted. That's due to, it's even in the slicer, I can see that. So I don't know why they move over all of a sudden and move back, but something the S3D is doing. So it was better. So I printed this just to see what it would do. Get the light here. So you can see I kind of mangled the seam. But when it was going up through the cabin, and then the top actually came out. I'm just gonna get light in here. Come on. Focus. The top actually came out really good. So I was like going, but if you actually look at it, it's kind of chunky compared to the next one. This is on my normal settings that I normally run for PLA. The seam's it still looks like it comes. What do you think? I believe it's still going counterclockwise on this. When I print the next one, I'll double check, but you can see that the seam is a lot better, but then you get to the top, it's under extruded. But the cabin's actually nicer than the other one. But if you look at the stack here, I'll put a comparison with the GoPro, but the stack here compared to, hang on, I can get them both. Okay. You can see how it's, wow. You can see how one of the foregrounds kind of chunky, and one of the backgrounds nice and true and straight. So it's over extruding at that point. So then I was thinking like, well, I might have to start manipulating the extrusion multiplier and then keep tuning on this. I just wish they had sort of like an iron seam setting. I might look into see if Cura has something like that where it can go back over the seam and maybe extrude just a little bit more filament right where it's going to cut in. And I might turn the coast to end off and see if that helps at all too. So I'll figure it out. This isn't the end. This is just part one. The next one I thought I could do this real quick, and no. But if you're liking the content, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Keep after it. Create your world. Let's have fun.